The point of a company is to make money, but like some of that stuff's just egregious. I'm not a gamer, but like I've been wanting to like play video games lately. If like Funko ever licensed Action Force and did like Action Force Pops, I bet the fandom would roast me. But at the end of the day, it's like, look at the reach this has and look at what it is. Like, how do you turn that down? So guys, if you ever see Action Force Pops, just know. All right, gang, here we are in Attleboro, Massachusetts, right down the street from Hasbro. And we are going to another Toy Vault location here at the uber unpopular Emerald Square Mall. Wait till you see a ghost town. We could do Build-A-Bear next if you want. I've been really into vintage video games lately, which is weird because I'm not a gamer, but like I've been wanting to like play video games lately. So I was like, you know, I went out and bought a Wii so I could play GoldenEye again. But I'm in the market for a N64 so I can play Star Fox. And Ryan is sending me a PS1. So I bought all my favorite PS1 games. I bought Metal Gear, Resident Evil 1, 2, and 3. Silent Hill is a surprisingly really expensive game to find. So I don't know why, but it is. Look. Exo Squad for Genesis. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna buy that. I wish I could get to the point where I've put out as much as Pops put out. Like, look at that. Look at the size of that wall, Pops. That's impressive. Good for them. And they're still at it. So I guess there's a fan base somewhere. I mean, listen, they do everything. Look, you got House of the Dragon stuff. It's awesome. You know, I know people like, hey, look, Dazed and Confused. Please tell me they go, oh. I don't own any Pops, but there's a good chance. Well, there's no price on it, but I was gonna say, I might end up buying this figure. I have the McFarlane one they just did. One of the greatest movie characters ever. David Wooderson. You gotta think what Randall Pink Floyd wants to do. Wow, see, like they did Dazed and Confused. Like that's kind of crazy. Good for them. Why is there no price? I wanna know. I wanna know. Are they all the same price? If like Funko ever licensed Action Force and did like Action Force Pops, I bet the fandom would roast me. But at the end of the day, it's like, look at the reach this has and look at what it is. Like, how do you turn that down? So guys, if you ever see Action Force Pops, just know it's a good thing. It's not a bad thing. This is where they put the new stuff.
You guys looking for anything specific?
No, just looking.
You looking for Action Force? Shoot you by a t-shirt?
I make Action Force.
Ah, very cool.
Yeah, it's my company.
They're very nice.
You guys have any left in stock?
We do.
I know I just sent Chris a new breakdown of some stuff he wants to pick up. That's a really nice Green Arrow. I just wish, like, stop with the pins, man. I don't want to see the pins on the joints, McFarlane. But that's a really, really nice Green Arrow figure. Trinity? I think she died, like, in the first 2 minutes of that show. Anybody want a peanut? Wow. That's a great Wolverine.
He's pretty good. I bought the first one we got.
I saw the Jackman one. The likeness on that one was spot on.
Yeah, we haven't gotten it yet. I think it's the actual movie one for Wolverine and Deadpool. I think they're supposed to come by the end of the year. Nothing Wolverine gets past me. He's been my favorite since I was 7 years old.
Not for $30. $42. See, this is why I don't like toy resellers, because they jack up the price. Ooh, my favorite company. I mean, I love Jack Skellington, but I think NECA did a better one. These are what lead me to believe that McFarlane is either one, making a play for it, or two, gonna get it, the Marvel license, when Hasbro doesn't, or when Hasbro loses it. Yeah, look at what they, I mean, I can't imagine all the, like, I would love to talk to the person that handles their royalties and their licensing, because everything's licensed, like all of it. But you're not dealing with likenesses. Like, yeah, it's Mariah Carey, but the pops all generally look the same, which is kind of cool. It's like Lego bricks, you know? But I'm like, that's so many different licensing contracts. Keeping track of all that has gotta be crazy. So you guys saw that I was buying up the Batman animated stuff, the Kenner stuff. The thing I would like chase next is this stuff. Toy Biz X-Men. Man, Garbage Bag Gambit. But like, look at those cross sells. Those were great. Like, I remember you'd get one figure and you'd see these cross sells and you're like, man, I can't wait to find Deadpool. I can't wait to find, Archangel. Like, these were real cross sells. Especially when the figures, like, these were still the crappy molds. Figures look crappy here. But once you got to like this era, this Weapon X, amazing figure. I think I was looking for him when we were at the Shop the Curiosity show. This Apocalypse is one of the best Apocalypse ever made. This Bishop's great. Great line. Let's see what they got. And they went deep with characters. GW Bridge, Kane. Ooh, color change, Iceman. Here's my run. The Infinite series. This is when I was working on it. I got to do Bishop. Yellow Daredevil, that was a good one. Rage. I heard this figure was good. She looks pretty good. Look, here's another one of mine. I did this line. This was a great line. I had so much fun with this Guardians animated line. So I had like a lot of freedom, but the only problem is like, look, nothing comes with them. Oh look, and it's in front of another thing that I did. I was talking about these on 3POA. These Gamerverse 2-packs were so much fun. Another one I did. Yeah, this is some of my greatest hits. See, here's that Avengers line I was talking about with that stupid Infinity Stone. I've never seen this in person. Because I did the Build-A-Figure Kingpin, but they made this one for the animated show, but that was cool. They put him on a giant blister card like that. Ugh, such garbage. I'm sorry for the people who are fans, but this is just garbage. What I really want to do is, I want to do a 6-inch highly articulated Willy Wonka. It won't sell, but I want to do one. I've said it, this is a great figure. This is a really great figure. I haven't seen him yet. He looks huge. He looks really tall. I don't remember him having such 5 o'clock shadow in the movie. And like the dark circles under his eyes, like he really didn't look like that. The only thing different is the head and the cloak. It's like, don't you think you could have just offered one figure and sold more by just giving him the cloak, the head, the rock, and the peanut? Like both heads, like, this is such a money grab. The point of a company is to make money, but like some of that stuff's just egregious. People are probably like, oh, well, you probably do things to make money. Well, yeah, you do things to make money, but like, you don't over exploit like the product. Look, boss fight stuff on discount. Great licenses they have. Sure, they're moving a ton of these. He's not that big. Not that big. I talked about this on 3POA recently too, is when they do battle damage, it's like, instead of tooling new parts that show like the rips actually like raise detail, they just deco it. And it makes a premium figure look like so dumbed down because you're just decoing battle damage. Like when you fold over something after it rips, like that's a raised detail. I get it, you know, you gotta cost cut and you can't always keep tooling new parts, but it's just, then don't do it. I had this. This is like, McFarlane was doing wild stuff back then. I would just buy his stuff because it looked cool. Like he did this, he did the Mandarin Spawn. Like they were just really, really cool figures. He did a figure that was in this packaging. He was like a barbarian. He had a big gray beard. And I didn't know like who he was or what comic he was from, but he was such a cool figure. He came with like real metal chains. And I was like, dude, these figures were so ahead of their time. Look at the amount of deco and like tubes and stuff on this figure. And I think, so this figure's 25 bucks. I'm trying to remember, probably retailed for, you know, 10 or 12 back in the day, because this is, what year is this? 1999. 1999 Marvel Legends, those Spider-Man classics, they were $7. So I think Spawn was maybe 10 at the time. Could you imagine getting this figure for 10 bucks? Awesome. That's a nice looking pack right there, if I do say so myself.
Oh yeah, those sold out within like 2 months of it coming out.
Who is this made for? Oh, it's just a model. Did NECA do one? They had to have done one. They ripped this idea off of somebody. I'm not gonna get into more of that. That's their story to tell, but they know what they did. Oh man, I love me some Iron Giant. I would love to do I think Mondo did one. I want to do an Iron Giant that has everything. Lights, sounds, super articulation, like the works.
What can I get for you?
The Mandarin Spawn, the $13 one back in the corner. There he is. That's such a great Spawn figure. Oh, so they must have mixed these together, because he's got the broken sword from this broken hilt, and he doesn't have the full spear. There's another piece that goes on there. He's 25 and he's 14. Weird.
I don't know.
Okay. I'm going to do the Exo Squad Genesis. Right. Cool. Fun time at Toy Vault.